Hello everyone, I Keenika Saini, faculty of BBA from Tecnia Institute of Advanced Studies is going to deliver a lecture on need, functions and layout of a business letter. So what is a business letter? A business letter is usually a letter from one company to another or between such organizations and their customers, clients and other external parties. The overall style of letter depends on the relationship between the parties concerned. Business letters can have many types of contents, for example, to request direct information or action from another party, to order supplies from a supplier, to point out a mistake by the letter's recipient, to reply directly to a request, to apologize for a wrong, or to convey goodwill. A business letter is sometimes useful because it produces a permanent written record and may be taken more seriously by the recipient than any other forms of communication. What are the advantages of a business letter? Communication through letters occupies the largest share in the total volume of communication because of the following advantages. Letters are less costly than other means of communication. Letters can be sent to long distant places by post within a short time. Of course, letters may be messengers within neighboring areas. Third, letters are drafted after proper thinking and planning, and so the subject matter can be presented in a systematic and logical way. Fourth, the ideas conveyed in letters are clear and free from ambiguity. Fifth, the size of a letter may be big or small as required. Sixth, letters simultaneously provide evidence and exact copies can be retained. Seventh, same communication may be made to a number of persons at a time through duplicating or printing. Many unpleasant and delicate matters which cannot be spoken face to face or through mechanical devices can be written in letters in a discreet language. Ninth, letters are suitable for all types of communication. 10th, there is standardization in form and style readily acceptable by the business world. Even internationally accepted code language is used. Functions of a business letter. First, it conveys information. The basic purpose of any business letter is to convey information regarding business activities. Information can be transmitted through business letter to customers, suppliers, debtors, government authorities, financial institutions, bank and insurance companies, and to any other parties related with the business. Second is conclude transaction. This is one of the specific purposes of business letter. To conclude in completed transactions, business letters are frequently used. Third is creation of demand. Business letters, especially circular letters, used to create demand for new products. Circular letters can communicate many people in the same time. Fourth is creation of goodwill. In this electronic era, messages can be sent within few seconds through electronic media, but a well-decorated business letter has its own importance in creation of positive image of the company. Fifth is expansion of business. Through goodwill, messages and through circular letters, existing market can be expanded. Sixth is establishment of relationship. Another important purpose of business letter is to help to establish mutual relationship with the customers, suppliers, and with the other interested parties. Seventh is evidence. Business letters are also used to maintain documentary evidence. Letters can be preserved for future reference. Eighth, the next function of a letter is to inquire. A business concern not only sends messages but also receive information from the outside. To run the business in any firm need different types of information from outside. Through business letters, firms can inquire regarding necessary matters. Ninth is placing order. It is a very common purpose for using business letter. Both trading and manufacturing concerns need to place orders for finished goods or raw materials to run the business. 10th is problem solving. In the course of business, disputes and misunderstandings may arise. Business letters play a vital role in solving such misunderstandings. Next is characteristics of a good business letter. Simplicity. A business letter should be simple. It should be written in a lucid, easy language so that it is clear to the receiver. The language can be similar to that of social letters as long as formality is maintained. The letter should make an instant appeal to the reader. Second, conversational style. An effective letter is one that gives an impression of face-to-face communication. Letters are the written media by which sender of the message speaks to the receiver. Hence, a letter should be written in a conversational style. Conversational style is interactive in nature and is more or less informal. Third is clarity of goal. The writer should be clear about what he wishes to convey. He should keep all the facts and figures of the information handy. The letter should be written in such a way that it reflects the goal clearly and easily. There must not be any ambiguity. Fourth, public relation. Business letters reflect the image of the organization. All business letters should therefore be drafted keeping in mind the objective of enhancing the organization's goodwill, image, and public relations. Fifth is the you attitude. The business letters should be written keeping in mind the reader's point of view. It should be able to convey the sender's interest in the reader. For this, the you attitude should be adopted. Sixth is courteous. The business letter should be courteous. Courtesy implies that the letter seeks favor politely and expresses gratitude profusely for the favors done. Thus, the language of the letter should be polite and appealing. Seventh is persuading. The basic idea behind every business correspondence is to persuade the reader, be it a sales letter, letter of inquiry, or letter of complaint. Thus, to persuade the reader in an effective way, the piece of correspondence should be well written, so as to persuade the reader in one's favor. Eighth is sincere. The business letters should be sincere. This means that the letter should be written in such a way that the readers believe what the letter says. It should not hide reality. It should also be free from hypocrisy, making tall claims. The matter should be stated directly and genuinely. Ninth is positive language. The words of the letter should be chosen with care. As far as possible, the language of the piece of letter should be positive. The use of negative words should be avoided as it gives an impression of negative outlook and approach. Tenth is due emphasis. Proper emphasis should be put on the content of the piece of correspondence. This requires logical thinking on the part of the writer. The writer should himself be clear in his mind what he wants to convey. Only then he can emphasize properly. Proper emphasis is to be given according to the message conveyed. Proper punctuation aids to this. It should also be noted that short sentences are better than long sentences. 11th is coherence. The information present in the letter should be arranged in a logical way. This is done by using carefully the linking devices, pronouns, and repeating the keywords. Unless arranged in a logical way, the information will lose its meaning and thus the objectivity of the correspondence will be lost. 12th, care for culture. All business correspondence seeks to be written keeping in mind the receiver's point of view. As such, no words should be used which offends the cultural background of the reader. The best way is to avoid use of culturally derived words, slangs, etc. Harmless and inoffensive words should be used. Tactful approach. The writer should adopt a tactful approach while writing a business letter. It can be a direct approach letter, an indirect approach letter, or a middle approach letter, depending on the message to be conveyed. Generally, good news is conveyed directly, whereas a bad news or a complaint adopts indirect or middle approach. Brief but complete. Brevity is the soul of correspondence. In short, the receiver must know what the sender wants to transmit. But briefness does not mean incomplete. An incomplete letter does not fulfill its objective. All necessary matter should be incorporated into the letter. Thus, the quality of brevity and completeness should be there in a business letter. Next is the layout of a business letter. This is the layout of a business letter. First is the written sender's address, then leave a line, date on which the letter is being written, then again leave a line. Next is receiver's name and the receiver's address, then again leave a line, subject. The subject should be short and crisp. Then again leave a line, respected sir, dear ma'am, sir or ma'am. This is known as salutation. Then again leave a line, body of a letter. The body may contain 2 or 3 paragraphs according to the requirement or the subject matter. Then in the last, there's complimentary close. Complimentary close is yours sincerely, thanks and regards, your signature, your name, and then your designation. That is the layout of a letter. So I hope you understood the needs, functions, and layout of a business letter. Please like and share this video, and for further information, subscribe to Tecnia TV. Thank you so much.